You're gonna hear the engine go up really loud, okay?
Okay.
We're not going anywhere yet. I'll let you know.
Okay.
Tango, rocket wing.
What's going on here?
27
Oh,
only
cut in
right
front
now,
of
guys. Low wing, approach the fish, rocket wing. Beautiful. Make the right hand turn.
That was a really good shot.
Holy cow. That was so many birds. I don't think I've seen that many birds.
Oh, it's so low. Like even here I can see.
Yeah, you can just walk.
That's crazy.
Have you ever noticed that when you're flying around in a flight simulator, that your own voice never sounds as if it's coming through the intercom? This is certainly true for me, and I thought today I would attempt to fix it. Unfortunately, I'm not a sound engineer, so the best solutions seem to me to go up onto a site like Fivrr and see if I could post a gig there and ask a sound engineer to do it for me, because they should know how to do it fairly quickly. The biggest problem I'm finding is that most engineers seem to want to make the sound better, and in a sense we're asking them to make it worse, or at least make it somewhat specific. So I'm not sure what sort of results we're likely to get, but nevertheless I thought that I would post the gig and to see what happens. So without any more to do, let's get into it. So there are a number of people here, some charging as little as $10 and some as much as $40. So I thought what I would do is to post a request. So here we are. Here's a gig that I prepared earlier, and I'll walk you through it. Okay, so the first part, I say I need a sound engineer who can make my audio sound worse in the Open Broadcast Studio, OBS. Specifically, I want to be able to stream from OBS and my microphone to sound like something used by a pilot in a small light aircraft. In case you don't know, OBS is completely free software, and I think you can get it from obs.org. Anyway, I'll post a link to it in the description below. Okay. Engine sound should not be included, voice only. OBS provides a number of voice filters as follows: compressor, expander, gain, invert polarity, limiter, noise gate, noise suppressor, and most interesting, VS2 times plugins. There are free VS2 type plugins available online, which may be the most flexible solution. And really what I'm looking for is, I'm hoping somebody's going to find one of those, set it up, and they're just going to tell me to use it. So that would be the easiest solution. I'm attaching a short sample of people talking in small light aircraft using the intercom. So we need to attach this. Let's quickly go and do that. We'll attach that. As you can hear, in all cases the noise is clipped, and you can distinctly hear the squelch during transmission, particularly at the end. If possible, I would like to hear some squelch. The aim isn't to make the audio unclear. Indeed, it would be great if the effect could be turned up or down using a simple slider. It's a total tonal and squelch thing only. Please note, I know this may be achieved using external voice changing software and as Premiere Pro edits. These aren't what I need, because I've tried some voice changes and they badly affected my computer, and not Premiere, Audacity or the like, because it means additional software to OBS and the flight simulator used will have to be open. Thanks. So that's the gig basically. So we need to find a category now, and we're looking for graphics and design, digital marketing, music and audio. That looks like us. And we need a subcategory, perhaps. It's voiceover, mixing and mastering, producers and composers, session musicians, songwriting, beat music, podcast editing, audiobook production, sound design. Well, I don't think it's sound design. I think it's going to be in mixing and mastering. So we're going to find it there. And they say they use cookies, so we're going to have to accept them. Choose the following criteria. Optional. Mastering. Oh. Mixing. And what is the budget for this service? What should we say? Well, let's say something like, let's be generous, let's say £30 and submit our request, see what happens. So I'll come back to you in a few days with the results of this. Thank you very much for watching so far, and we'll see what we've got in a few days. Okay, so it's 24 hours after my previous recording, and I've started to receive some offers in from Fivrr for my request. So my request has been answered. If you remember, I wanted to find an engineer who would mix me an aircraft voice, and I've got this email back from Fivrr. And it says this is the first offer that I've received. So when I click to view the offer, which is here, it should open up a new browser. And here are all the offers that I've received. Well, the very first offer actually seems quite expensive for what it is. I'll make you a promotion campaign for Mixcloud Mix. I'm on all social media platforms. Drop me a message and I'll send you all my services with a price list. Well, I'm not sure about that. Mix and master your tracks. Let's discuss, he says. How can you achieve this effect without using some external software or draw? I'm not going to contact him because he's the engineer, so he should know how to do it. He's asking me how to do it. But this guy's quite interesting. I'm a professional audio engineer from Indiana, currently studying audio production at Berklee College of Music on a full ride scholarship, so I know what I'm doing and could make your voice sound exactly how you want it. I've used OBS for my streams for about 5 years now and could have this done by tonight. If you have any questions, please do not to reach out to me. Thanks for your consideration. So that's actually quite a good one. He's 1 day delivery. He knows OBS and he's actually practicing in college, so that would be quite a good one. I might be able to help you, but this guy says, have you tried running an EQ VST plugin through OBS? With an EQ, you can make your voice sound like it's coming from an old telephone radio or pilot radio, anything basically. That's quite good as well. He's actually giving me some free advice. But I really want an engineer to do this for me because otherwise I'll be playing around with it for forever. Hey, I did give it a try on this pilot intercom effect. I can send you the audio file and you can decide. So that's interesting. He's actually done something. What you So he's asking if I need somebody to create a preset or want somebody for post-production. So I think I was pretty clear. I wanted a preset. This guy says he can do it. I can help. I'll tell you all the settings. That's quite good. 3 days delivery, but I think it will be quicker than that. He'll do it. He says he can do it. Okay, so he says that he can do it as well. But a lot of these people are really saying that they can produce a master audio track, but they're not necessarily going to have it for OBS. So I like the guy who's used OBS for streaming. This guy says it's easy for me and give you my best, provide a free sample before ordering. Then, so, yeah, this guy says he can definitely help. This person's very good. He says, I can understand what you're looking for. Basically, you want to have a clear, clipped voice when you're talking, and the rest of the time have some engine hum extra, right? Contact me to discuss further. So he actually says he knows what he's doing, but he's got a 5-day delivery. This guy says, please, let's do it. This guy says, please, let me do it for you. And I often do this kind of work for various customers. If you want to work with me, I'm available. I'm not sure if Danish Studio actually has done this kind of work, but we'll see. Rido Nob. How are you? I'm Rido Nob from Bangladesh. I'm a music composer. Well, we'll see. I'm an audio engineer. Have all the necessary effects in the industry to achieve what you want. Kindly holler at me. And that's it. So there are a lot of replies. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and speak to this person that actually mentions OBS, because there's only one person that actually has experience of OBS, and this is this guy, Ben. So let's see what he has to say. So I've replied to Ben. I'm saying thanks for your reply to my offer. If you can help, that would be great. Will you be able to put squelch at the end of transmission as I would like, or will it simply be a clear clipped voice? I see you use OBS for streaming, which is why I'm reaching back to you. Thanks. So I'm going to send that off and see what sort of reply we get back. Good morning, everybody. It's been a few days since the last video, and I've had a reply back from Fivrr to say that the task that I set the audio technician has now been done, and I can review it. So without any more to do, I'm going to get to that and let you see the results. So I placed my order on the 16th of September, and I submitted requirements the same time, and there has been some correspondence between me and the audio engineer, and this is the delivery. So he's actually already sent me a Word document, and what he's doing is he's telling me how to set up my own OBS. So he's only used the built-in OBS sliders, and I put those into OBS and did exactly what he wanted. And I discovered a number of things. First of all, the result is microphone dependent. So one of my microphones actually still sounded pretty good. In fact, this microphone sounded pretty good even with all the filters that he'd put in. So I then tried an old headset and that worked a lot better. But the solution he gave didn't actually provide a squelch. Initially he thought I'd need a soundboard to create a squelch effect, but what I noticed was that at the end of recording a track using this process, the noise went off quickly in just the same way as a squelch operates on an intercom radio. So I've asked him more about that, and he gave me some advice about another plugin which is also included in OBS called an expander. He says what this does is once you stop talking, it will lower the volume of your mic. Add that to your audio source and adjust it so it only cuts down whenever you're not talking. That should help. It should even give a small squelch. So I installed the expander, but I discovered it was actually quite a complex plugin compared with the previous ones. It had a number of sliders, so I asked him for advice about that, and he came back immediately telling me precisely what to do. And after that I played with it, and I discovered that I didn't need all of the settings he'd given me. I could switch some of them off, and as a result I ended up with something that sounded or sounds a little like an airplane intercom. So you will really need to be the judge of that, but I think it's tolerably passable and is likely to make talking on some flights seem more immersive. So I won't use it all the time, but I'll continue to use it when flying some short hops from the cockpit of the aircraft. So I hope this has been useful for you. I've actually left details of my own settings in the description below, and you're very welcome to use them. OBS is absolutely free, and happy gaming and happy times with Microsoft Flight Simulator. If you like this video, don't forget to like and share it, subscribe if you like, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. Well, as you can see, it's a different day from when the earlier video was made. It's after the upgrade, and Microsoft have removed the turbo switch from the Slingshot Extra. We're making our way back towards McCartney Airport, and of course I'm talking on the modified audio, which is supposed to provide a more immersive experience by causing the audio to sound as if it was made using the plane's radio or intercom. As you can see, I nearly overshot the airport. Just come into view right now. So we'll come in and take our landing. I hope this brief piece of video has given you sufficient time to evaluate the audio and decide whether or not you want to use it. I'm leaving my settings in the comments below. And thank you very much for traveling with Max's virtual airline. I hope you've enjoyed your flight. And we hope to see you on the next one. Good day.